Namaste. So this video, we're gonna get real on some few things. I know if you go through my other channel, the rest of the videos on this channel, you're gonna see a lot of teachings, a lot of understandings, a lot of perceptions, a lot of experiences, and a lot of different things. In this video, we're gonna talk about the world. We're gonna talk about real things. So I'm gonna put a disclaimer out there right now. If you get offended by this video, you need to look at your own life to find out why you got triggered on something that is discussed in this video. It probably isn't me, it probably is you to find out why you're getting triggered, what's going on within your life that you can't handle somebody else talking about their truth. So you feel as though that you need to speak out and talk about your stuff. Okay? So if you get offended, good. If you get a little irked or triggered off of this video and a lot of the things that I'm going to talk about right now, good. If you need a wake-up call, this is your wake-up call, okay? Because we're going to talk about some deep things. We're going to talk about all those people out there that talks about all the negative, nothing but negativity in the world, okay? The people on Facebook, people on social media that all is just talking about government this, politics this, F Trump, F Biden, all these different ridiculous things. If you're out there throwing social media, throwing this garbage on social media and different things, and just throwing negativity of influences out there in the world, you are the problem. You are the problem of this world. If all you have to say is nothing but negative things about cultural appropriation, about protecting my identity this, about protecting myself this, about my whatever it may be, you are the problem. What about humanity? What about our evolution? What about the truth of where we actually came from? What about us coming together as human beings? What about human being appropriation? Forget cultural appropriation. Cultures are and understandings, that's great. Every culture has a little piece of an aspect of the truth. But what about the actual truth? What about the truth of our humanity, our human being truth? Whoever's out there talking about, separate, I am this, you are this, I am this, you are this, that's a separation. That's wrong. You're a problem. If somebody's out there talking about all the negative things in life, vaccines, whatever, COVID-19, and honestly, if you're out there that's wearing a mask that's telling other people to wear masks, you are the problem. You're ignorant. Because you don't know the actual truth of what's going on in life. If you think that you wearing a mask is actually good for you, you're stupid. You're ignorant. Because obviously, if you've done any research at all and find out if you breathe your own breath long enough, you're gonna die. Because carbon dioxide is bad for you. It's good for the trees. It's not good for you. What do you think you breathe out? It will kill you. You're stupid. You're ignorant. Stop listening to what everybody else is saying on the media. Stop listening to the media. The media is stupid, it's ignorant, it's ran by other people. If you don't think that, you think that's a conspiracy, do your own research. You're the problem. Shout out to all the 144,000 out there. Shout out to the chosen people out there. Shout out to the people that have the mark of God on your forehead. If you don't think that's real, you're ignorant, you're stupid as well. It's time to start waking up to the fact of what's real in this life and start coming together as humanity. I'm the same type of human being that's the same type of human being as the other world. I'm in the United States, I'm in California. People that are in the Middle East, in Australia, in Russia, in all these other countries, China, it doesn't matter where you are. That's a human being as well. If you're against that human being for being a human being, you're ignorant and you're stupid. It's time to start waking up to the actual truth of what's happening in life. This life. If you think chakras are a cultural appropriation, you're ignorant. That doesn't belong to one religion. If you are separating yourself from one religion to another and fighting against religions, you're stupid and you're ignorant. Because there's bits and pieces of truth in every religion that's out there. If you're fighting each other, you're stupid and you don't even know who you are. If you knew who you were as a human being, you wouldn't be protecting an identity that you think you created yourself. Don't you understand that a lot of these religions and cultures and different things are made by human beings? Where are you getting your information from? Are you reading a book that came out from a human being? Are you reading something? Or are you getting it from within? Where is your source at? Where's your resources coming from? If you're watching this video and you're thinking, oh well, he's talking about something on a video, he's talking about the things that he believes in. Okay, stop listening to me. Sit there, close your eyes, shut up, and sit there. The moment you feel like you need to sit there, and the moment you feel like you need to get up from sitting there, sit there longer and see what happens. Maybe you'll have an awakening. Maybe you'll actually find the divine. See what happens. If you sit there and you can't move, or if you sit there and try to sit there and meditate in one spot and you can't sit still, there's a problem there. What the heck is going on? Find out what that is. But the people that are sitting there still, blissfully. Why can they do it and other people can't? It's a human being understanding. But the people that are constantly moving, they have so much anxiety in their body, they don't even know what to do with themselves. They're the ones that are out there talking negatively to people. They're the ones throwing out crap to social media. They're the ones throwing out governments and just ridiculous information to people on the media. Yeah, I'm gonna throw out names. There's George Soros out there. The people that are in charge of all these other companies and corporations, they think they're so smart. Honestly, no matter how many books you've written, if you're basing your understanding off of somebody else's human understanding, that's flawed and that's ignorant and that's stupid. That's an ignorant belief. Start tapping into the divine. Start tapping into God. God is real. All those atheist people out there, just tap into yourself and find out if you don't find God. And tell me you're an atheist again. People need to start waking up to the truth. Stop fighting with one another. Start living with love, compassion, openness, without fear. Stop being afraid of everything you walk around. You go into a grocery store and people walk around, I can't do anything. I can't even talk to anybody. I was walking in a store the other day. I don't keep a mask on. That's stupid. But I had a woman follow me around the store and then felt as though they had to come over and tell me something. And after I told them, no, it's their choice. It's you have your own choice. They still wanted to go above and beyond that and turn me in. And you know what I did? I walked out of the store. You have your own choice. Start making your own choice for yourself, for your own health, for your kids' health. Stop getting offended over what somebody else has to say. Stop getting offended over cultural appropriations. Stop getting offended by people not wearing masks, not listening to you. You know what you need to start getting offended over? Start getting riled up and offended over the separation of people. Start getting offended of the hidden knowledge of what the truth of what humanity is. Start getting offended by people shutting you up. Start getting offended by the separation of human beings. Start getting offended. Start getting triggered by the right things. Follow in love, truth, and compassion. If you don't know what truth is, if you're so confused you don't know how to make a choice, Stop throwing your opinions out there. If you're so confused, you don't even know how to make a choice, maybe there's some things inside of you you got to figure out. Get touch within, sit there, shut up, close your eyes, and don't move. See what happens. Allow yourself to experience something stinking spectacular with your life. And stop going on social media and stop venting all your negativity crap. You're the problem. Start speaking love. Stop being afraid of opening your heart to other people. Start being vulnerable and true to yourself. You don't even know who you are. And if that offends you, good. I hope that offends you. Maybe you'll sit there, find out what I'm actually talking about, and do some research on what's real in life. And guess what? I'm doing a shout out to all of these leaders, all these political people in the world, all these celebrities that have been hiding things for who knows how long. Your time's up, buddy. Whether you're a man, girl, doesn't matter. It's over for you. It doesn't, and we don't have to call you out either. You know who you are. All the spiritual warriors out there, shout out to the spiritual warriors. Because us spiritual warriors, we're coming for you. It's time for the rising to begin. All of this shutting down, being quiet, being suppressed, working in secrecy, that's over. This whole new age of Aquarius, that's real. I'm an Aquarian. I'm an Aquarius. Saturn and Jupiter aligned. I'm an 8, numerology. I'm a powerhouse. I'm an 8. Saturn's my planet. If you want to look into those different types of understandings and things, which means this type of way of thinking, if you're offended at what I'm saying, you have no idea what you're in for. Start getting offended over the separation of society. Start getting offended when people aren't taking care of themselves. Start getting offended of seeing people suffer. Start getting riled up whenever you see another person that's weak being taken advantage of. It's time for the rising to begin. It's time for the spiritual warriors to understand who they are. This is your calling. It's time to come out. If you're watching this video and you know you have the mark of God on your forehead, you better start talking. Start coming out. Start coming together. Start doing something. Because we all need to start coming together. And if you think that this whole mark of God is a conspiracy, it's not real, you're stupid, you're ignorant. Because these things are real. These things are truth. If you don't think this thing is real, you need to sit down, sit there, close your eyes, shut up, and not move for a while and see what happens. Take your shoes off. Take away all your electronics. Go outside. Stare at the sun through your eyelids a little bit and strengthen your eyes and see what happens. Go outside. Take off your shoes. Walk in the sand. Walk in the natural dirt or grass of substance, of life. See what happens. Start getting offended when people aren't doing those things. Start getting offended when people aren't taking their spirituality real. Start getting offended whenever people aren't believing of what the life source is. Start getting offended when people aren't taking care of themselves. If you need a wake-up call, this is your wake-up call. Stop going through life like a dream. Stop trying to protect an identity that's fake, that you created, that everybody else, that you chose to be around you. It keeps confirming that fake identity that you think you have. That's fake and that's wrong, that's an illusion. You keep believing in that, keep going with that, you're going to have a lot of problems coming up in the next few months. Over the next 3 years, nature is going to take its course. Very, very soon, the people aren't praying, the people that aren't meditating, the people that aren't positive, the people that aren't loving, aren't compassionate, that are so focused on negativity all the time, that are so drug into the social media crap. We're going to see who's right and who's wrong real quick. We're going to find out what's real. I can't wait. I can't wait until all of the spiritual warriors start to realize who they are. I can't wait until you start realizing what life really is. You need to start deep diving into yourself. And start getting offended over the right things. Not over the things that are not even real. Fake. It's COVID-19. It's fake and it's an illusion. It's stupid. And if you believe in it, it's just the flu. Take better care of yourself. It's not hard. But the moment people start getting COVID-19, they start looking at the media and they start going down a negative spiral because they created an identity for themselves. Oh, I have this. This is who I am now. Are you stupid? Are you ignorant? You're going to allow somebody else to tell you who you are whenever they don't even know who they are. How ignorant are you? That's sad. It's time to start speaking truth. It's time to start speaking the real things without wanting people getting offended over what other people's opinions are. If you want to know the truth of something, maybe you should sit down, shut up, close your eyes, and don't move. If you feel like you have to move, sit there longer. See what happens. If you're like this, I have to do this during the day. I have to do this. Your mind is just spinning a million miles an hour. Who are you thinking? Who do you think is talking to you? Who do you think is in your head speaking these things of the thoughts that you think are yours? You don't know who you are. You need to kick that voice, throw it away, and find out who's really talking. Listen. Because I promise you, if you sat there and you asked that voice that just keeps talking to you a question and allow that voice to answer, see what it says. I almost guarantee you, it won't have nothing to say. Because that's not who you are. The voice in your head is not your identity. It is not who you are. Your voice in your head is just something that goes by like something on a TV screen. You just watch and you're like, oh, well that looks good. That's how you differentiate God's will. You have thoughts thoughts. Oh, well, that's a good one. I'm going to use that one. And I'm going to go with that. But if you just, every thought is in your head spinning 1,000,000 miles an hour, and the more energy you put into your head, the faster it goes. You're driving yourself nuts. And if you think that's who you are, you probably should be in a mental institution. Because that's mental illness. That's fake. And you've created an identity of yourself that's not real. Your career is not who you are. The clothes you wear is not who you are. The car you drive is not who you are. The parents that you have are not who you are. Stop identifying yourself with these fake beliefs and fake ideologies that are not real. Who are you as a human being without separation of anything else? Just raw human being, take away everything else, now what do you have? Find out. Because that's who you really are. Money needs to go. This civilization, this society needs to fall. I'm not gonna lie. This is over. All these political leaders, all these types of leaders, most of them, not all, 100% of them, 99% of them need to all go. Because there's a new type of wave of understanding life, and it is not this way. Where we're going into, there's going to be a transition period. And for a lot of people, it's going to be very difficult for you. Because you don't know who you are. You're still trying to self-identify fake things and get offended on social media. Oh, somebody else trying to protect themselves, you get triggered off of that. That's fake and it's illusion, and that's ignorant. You're the problem. If you believe in something, believe it. If you believe in something, speak positively. Don't speak negative about everything. If you have something to say, don't you understand the golden rule of respect? If you don't have something good to say, keep your mouth shut and shut up. And better yet, if you don't have something good to say, sit down, close your eyes, shut up, and don't move for a while. If you feel like you have to move, don't. See what happens. I don't care, it puts you in convulsions because the energy is just so... I can say that because I've been there. I've had so much negative polarity energy inside of me that whenever I started meditating and I didn't want to move, my body would shake. I had a lot of blockages and I had to go through a lot of things to get to where I am now. The people that know these things will fight and they will keep pressing forward. If you can't sit there, and if you don't think it's valuable to pray and meditate, you're the problem. You need to find out why you believe that. What identity are you protecting? Who do you think you are? I'm going to tell you what. The things that I speak about, the things that I teach, the things that I speak about, I don't give a crud about cultural appropriation, about none of that stuff. Nothing to protect. I'm a human being. You're a human being. We have the same. I'm a human being. You're a human being. I don't care what part of the world you're from. At the absolute core of who we are, forget about beliefs, forget about the country you were raised in, forget about the parents that you came from. Who you are is none of those things. Who you are is way below any of that stuff. And it's a human being. We all are that. The moment people start taking those things away from you, you're dead. You're over. You allow people to take this belief from you. You allow people to take your own humanity from you. That's your fault. You're ignorant. You're the problem. If you don't believe that, don't care. Sit down, shut up, close your eyes, and don't move. If you can't, you have a problem. Find out what it is. Why can't you? I hope this video finds you well. I hope you have a new understanding. You see things a little bit differently now. Leave you with this. Om Namah Shivaya. Peace.